Hey you guys, today I'm gonna do another Nonstop November video. I had got this idea from my boo New Orleans Leo. He was talking about his Job Corps experience. And I was like, you know what, that's a cool video to do since I've been a Job Corps too. So I'm gonna tell y'all my experience. I don't know if this gonna be no damn 2-3 parts like New Orleans Leo, but we'll try to get through it as much as I want to talk about it. Um, I had a really cool experience in Job Corps. If you don't know what Job Corps is just like they say it's for kids. I guess some kids go there to turn their life around. Some kids you have there that got in trouble and they might need a second chance or whatever in life, and they go and learn, they get their education and they learn a vocational trade. um I went because I just didn't want to be at home anymore. You know what I'm saying? I was at that age where I just wanted to be on my own, and I felt like this was the best way for me to get out the house without my girl tripping. So that's why I went. It wasn't because I was no bad kid like that, where I needed discipline. And it was either there or Conservation Corp, and I was like, I'm not going on Conservation Corp. That's too much cleaning up for me. Um, and it ain't my house. Nope, not gonna happen. And it was like they was like outside doing shit. I, me and getting dirty like that wasn't gonna work. But I went to the campus in San Bernardino, and it was cool. I kind of at that time I was smoking weed. I had just started smoking weed, like hanging with certain people or whatever. So when we went to go check in, they were like, "Well, you can't test dirty. You're gonna have to do a drug test." And I was just like, oh shit, like we about to do a drug test, like, oh my god, my grandma's gonna find out. How can I clean my system without my grandma finding out before I get to this place? So the weekend before, my auntie ended up giving me like some water pills. I ended up drinking like big pots of like herbal tea, all kind of stuff, drinking a gang of water, just all kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll be straight by the time I get there. So that's what I'm thinking. But I get there, and the first day you get there or whatever, um because you can either stay on campus or you could stay off campus. I chose to live on campus. So the first day you have to like do all your little schooling or whatever, your paperwork. First, before you can go into your vocational, you have to do, I think it was like 2 weeks of school or whatever, of education work. So we went into this lady class. I'm real friendly. I'm the type of person that, hey, how you doing? Whatever at that time. Now I'm real like stand back, I'm quiet. But at that time, bitch, I want to meet everybody. If I gotta live with you, I want to know who you are. So the second day, the first day was cool. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really, I got to know a couple of people, and it was me, this girl, it was me and these, it was three of us. And it was me, this girl named Yvonne, this girl named Sata, and Yvonne's cousin Shantae. And we kicked it that first day, everything was cool. The second day, they told us that was the day where we had to go do our medical or whatever. We was gonna be all day in medical. That's all they told us. We was gonna do the physical, we are gonna see the dental, we are gonna do all of this kind of stuff. So take drug tests, all of that. So it was like cool. So the whole day we got to sit up. We had to sit outside until our name being called or whatever. So at this point, like I said, I was very, very friendly. So every guy that passed by, I would walk up and be like, hi, my name is yada, yada, yada. Do you got a girlfriend? And I only would, and people would look at me like, be taken aback. But once I explained myself, then they understood. But I was the type of person, I had a lot of male friends. And I wanted to have a lot of male friends there. but I didn't want no female problems. So that was my way of getting to know you, breaking the ice or whatever, is to walk up and be like, hi, my name is, do you got a girlfriend? And that would start the conversation because, like I always tell them, because I don't want no problems with your girlfriend. If you got a girlfriend, keep walking because I didn't have time for the drama. But everybody that I would go up to like that was real, real cool. And then I became like everybody homegirl. Everybody homegirl. Everybody little sister, big sister, whatever. Because of the way I came off. It wasn't on no slutty shit. It wasn't on me trying to get with them type shit. I just came at them real and didn't want no problems. So, like, from that instant, I was cool with people. But like my drug test, for some reason I passed it. I don't know how. I'm just saying, because that weekend before we had partied and then I tried to hurry up and clean my system, but then I was all stressed out about this stupid ass drug test, right? And then they don't tell you, oh, if you fail the drug test, you have to go to this thing called AOTA or something like that. It's like a drug rehab place class that you have to do once a week or whatever. And I didn't know that you can do that if you fail. But and I was mad because like everybody that I was cool with had to go to this class. Well, except the girls that like I went in with, that I was kicking it with, we all passed the drug test, so we was cool. But everybody else that I got to know there, all of them had to go to this damn weekly class, and I think it was like on Thursdays. So that was like, I was like, whatever. Um, but that was crazy. Cause I was like, well, motherfucker, y'all made me do all that for nothing. All that damn water down, taking pills, whatever. But hell, I shouldn't have been doing it anyway. Um, one thing I can say about Job Corp, they food was bomb.com. Oh my god, we used to have to go to breakfast. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner free, so that was cool. Room and board was free. Um, but they breakfast was on point. I used to love it because you was able to order kind of what you want, like especially like in the mornings. They would have omelets and they would let you pick like exactly what you wanted your omelet. So that was amazing to me. Then they had like all these buffets where you could pick what you wanted to eat. So that was cool. Um, they used to have like vocation wars because after you do your 2 weeks of school you have to pick a vocation or whatever, and you can be anywhere from secretary, where you learn paperwork or whatever, computers. You can be in landscaping where you have to learn how to cut grass and all that shit. I was in building and apartment maintenance, and the only reason why I got that because all of the homeboys had that, and me and my homegirls wanted to kick it with the homeboys. So they was like, y'all get this and y'all ain't gonna have to do too much work. But when I did it, I loved it. That was like one of the best vocations to me because we got to work with our hands. We was able to build from scratch. I mean, from dirt up, the frame, the drywall, all of that we was able to learn. So I like that. You could either do food services, it was other little shit you could do. I didn't care. Oh, you could do welding, all that kind of stuff. Didn't interest me. But we used to have vocation wars where they used to be fighting. It would be fight. Sometimes it turn real. But if you got caught in somebody else's vocation, oh, you better be running for dear life. Like there was no way that landscaping people got caught in um building an apartment maintenance area. We would have been shooting them with nail guns, whatever. It was crazy, but we had fun. I mean, we had fun. I was in there for like a good year. Um, I end up like after 2 weeks, they end up having like was it about? I don't even know if it was 2 weeks, but we end up having this race riot. Horrible, horrible. I was just like, and you talk to ride with your peoples. You just really talk to ride with your peoples, and I just didn't know what to do. Being there 2 weeks, and I was like, I don't know some of these motherfucking people. I don't fight for people. I don't know, but it was cool. I ended up becoming a dorm officer because I didn't like for people to tell me what to do. So I figured the best way for me to get by is to become a dorm officer because in the dorms, you had to clean up, you had to go to bed at a certain time, you had to wake up at a certain time, your bed had to be made a certain way. You couldn't have dust or dirt or nothing by the window sills or nothing, or you had to clean it all over. And I couldn't take that. I couldn't take it. I was like, I'm gonna be on restriction all the time with people yelling at me because I'm gonna say something back. So I ended up becoming a dorm officer so I could start telling people what to do, and then I didn't have to do that. Then dorm officers, they had to clean up, but they only had to clean up their room. So I was good with that. We only had to clean up our room and supervise other people cleaning up. I was really, really cool with that. Um, we didn't have a curfew. We didn't have to go to bed at a certain time. Once every, because you had to be sitting in the hallway by like 9:50. Roll call was at 10 o'clock. You wasn't sitting your ass down in that hallway. Your ass had restriction. I didn't have time for that. I didn't have time for that. I used to always get on restriction because I would miss curfew. Always. Always. Especially like it on a Sunday. When you had to leave for the weekend and come back on a Sunday, I would always miss curfew because I would be coming back from LA, and to go to San Bernardino, that was an hour drive. So I would always be late and be like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to deal with a restriction. But I used to always take weekend restriction. I mean, during the week restriction, because I'd be like, come Friday, I gotta go. And then we used to have like dorm court. I had dorm court before being late from restriction. That would be my only problem is fucking up curfew. Anything else I did. Schoolwork, vocation work, helping other people. I'm with all of that. Curfew wasn't my strong suit. But that's the thing now. I hate to be late. Now I hate to be late. But then I was always late. I didn't give a fuck. Um but yeah, I had to be a dorm officer, or either it was that or get your ass kicked out. Then I was so cool. I'm the type of person, I don't want to be cool with the students. I don't care about the students. I want to be cool with the administrators, the security, shit like that. And I've always been like that, even in high school, junior high. I've been cool with the administrators because when I get in trouble, I want to be able to go to them and they, wipe my shit clean. So I was good with that. Security, you had to go through security to go in and out the gate of Job Corps. So I was cool with them because I would go up there, use their phone, go get a walking pass to go to the store, shit like that. Ain't could no students. What can y'all do for me? Nothing. They used to give you like clothing vouchers. They give you like $100 clothing vouchers, like after your first 45 days or whatever. But then you only can use it at certain stores, and you had to tell them everything you have. You gotta have the receipt, and everything have to be accounted for. Like I used to hate that. I used to hate that. Then everything that you brought in, you had to put it on the inventory list because if anything came up missing, then that was the only way they would replace it. But I was like, it ain't y'all business. Everything that I got, this is dumb. We went on a lot of trips. I was able to meet the Wayans brothers through going there. That's when they used to have the Wayans brothers show. We used to go to their tapings a lot. Um, but I had fun. I had fun in Job Corps. And then my father got sick, and then I just was over it. I was over it because he would get sick and they would be taking too long to give me a fucking pass, so I would just leave off campus and I would just do all kind of just defiant shit once my dad got sick, and they finally gave me a leave. They gave me a medical leave because my dad was sick, and then they told me, "Oh, you have so many days that you can return." Which I was like, "I'm not returning. This ain't gonna happen." So I never returned. But other than that, I mean, the weekends used to be bomb. To get a weekend pass, was the shit, because we were young, so everybody used to just go get a room at the closest Motel 6 that was there, and we used to have like 5, 6 rooms with a big ass party every weekend, because that was the only place we can go, and that the Job Corp bus would drop us off at. Um, it was because they would only drop you off at certain places. You can get dropped off over there. You can get dropped off at the mall. You can get dropped off at Greyhound, and that was it. So it was only certain places you can go without having to get on the city bus. And Motel 6 was cool because it had food places right there. But yeah, overall, I had a great time in Job Corps. I met some great people. I'm still cool with um one of the girls that I end up going in with. Me and her still real cool to this day. She lived down the street from me. We real cool. Um, my oldest son's father, we got together there. I had known him prior, but we ended up getting together there, and we still cool to this day. So, I mean, I had a real good experience there. Didn't have to have no fights. Uh, Besides that race to riot shit, I didn't even have to fight nobody. I told them what it was, and we got locked up in a room because we was like, we're gonna fight. Y'all either gonna lock us in this room or we're gonna fight, and they locked us in the room. But other than that, I had a great time in Job Corps. That's one of the times in my life that I wouldn't mind doing over because I had a really great time. I mean, we used to do some wicked shit, so, and it was fun. I didn't have no bad complaints. I mean, I know people do have bad complaints about Job Corps, but I didn't have one. I had fun. So that was my experience with Job Corps. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If somebody thinking about going, just make sure it's for the right reasons. Make sure it's for the right reasons. Make sure you going because you want to get something out of it. Don't be going just because you a fuck up and that's where you gotta be. Just go if you are a fuck up and you just want to change your life, that's a good place. Just make sure you know when you get there to hang around the right people, because everybody that's there ain't there for the right reasons. Some people, like I said, is there because they have to be. Some people are there because they want to be. Um, that's all I got. Nonstop November, day number 7. I just did my ghetto views and I said day number 6 and I knew it was day number 7. I don't know why. But yeah, it's day number 7. But I'm not sure that when this one gonna be up. Maybe day 8, 9. I don't know. Might be now. I don't know. Follow me on all social media sites by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And I will talk to you in the next video. Peace.